Oh yeah. Alright, I have a couple of areas right here along the edge. There's one right here and there's one right here where it's just a little bit wavy. And so I'm going to flat sand that so that the top of this is all going to be nice and smooth. And then we're going to work at cutting this notch out for the dovetailing. Alright, we've gotten most of this sanded out. There is still just a tiny bit of a high spot right there, which is right underneath where that neck block is at. And I'll just continue to sand that off. I just found a little glue blob and I dropped it. Yeah, we got the pointy jets today. It's been crazy around here. Ospreys doing night flying. Pointy jets today. Alright. What I'm going to use to try to get in here is this little Tamiya saw. It's a modeling saw, and I've just got to cut this area right there. So I'm going to rough it out with this, and then we'll just get in there and we'll file it and or sand it away. I want my glue piece. I'm not, probably not doing this the correct woodworking way, but this is what I have and this is what I know. I've gotten the center, the deeper section of this out. I just used my little hobby saw and pulled some cuts down to where the end of this little pocket is, and now I'm just using a hobby knife let's see, to just pull across the grain here. With it being spruce, it's pretty easy to cut. And then this will just kind of at least get me to where I need to be without hopefully tearing up too much stuff. It's exciting, yes? No. Sometimes not exciting is good. And if I kind of booger this up, you're not going to see it anyways, because this is where the fingerboard is going to come down to about right here. So it's not going to be a whole huge mess if I mess it up, but I might not sleep well at night. Alright, we're roughed out, and now we can get in here with the files and maybe make this a little nicer. Oh wow, let's cut one down there. Fun. Yeah, I've got like no room to work here. Probably the easier thing to do is if you had one, you could probably use a teeny tiny Dremel router bit. I don't have one. At least one that I would trust to do this with. Files. Oh, I got my files right here. How about that? Alright, let's take a look at this. Well, that's something we haven't seen in a long time. So, alright. Well, here's what we're going to do then. Is we're now going to work on getting this thing back together. That will be one ongoing project. And then what I got to do is, well, first of all, I had to get that out of there. But then there's a bunch of things that have to be done here. One is that I need to finish sand this back down to 220, and then got to green fill it. Because there's lots of open pores here, and I think the Z-epoxy will work in really nicely on this. So we're going to Z-epoxy the back, then we're going to Z-epoxy the sides, and get that all done. You don't have to grain fill the top of this, but I do have a little, I don't know what that is, something rubbed up against it or something. I've got to fix that. So yeah, we're going to split into kind of two tracks. We're going to work on body, and then we're going to work on kind of recreating this heel. Part of it, the damage from when I received it, part of from when I messed it up. So there we go.